Okay, there's another thing that I need to talk about, which is just a channel that I saw this morning. I woke up and got bored and went on the computer too, and I found out videos about AI. Now, I know there's been a lot of talk about it, and a lot of people seem to be talking about it. I don't really know what's going on. I feel like YouTube is just full of misinformation and just nonsense mostly. I love YouTube because I get to use it and I get to say whatever I want. I'm just finding that no one seems to believe me. Plus, I'm finding that my video is only getting like 10 to 40 hits. I feel like YouTubers or whoever's running the channel is blocking my videos from or lying about the number of hits, or I don't really know. I don't know what they're doing, but I feel like it's being controlled and the numbers are showing up as being very few. That way, if anyone clicks on it, they'll look at the number of viewers that I've got, views that I get, and assume that I'm talking nonsense. But there are a lot of YouTubers that have, thousands, or this one's it's only posted, like this video about AI that I posted this morning has 9,000 views, even though it was only posted 21 hours ago. And, people are watching this, unless that's a lie too, but people are watching these videos. And I don't know, like, if anyone's making money off it or anything, but this guy's found some interesting AI programs where you can go onto AI and have a conversation with a robot. Now, I do know that there's some things like, um, what's it, that Alexa, I do know that you can have a conversation with Alexa, but I feel like an Alexa is, something that has had billions of pounds put into it, and search this, but it also gets a lot of things wrong. You ask for a song and it can bring up the song, or it can bring up a different song because there's lots of songs under the same name. But um, I don't know. He was finding one channel where he goes up and just strangers and starts talking to them. I'm more convinced that that is actual AI, because some of the questions seemed a bit repetitive, um, or at least I feel like that it's more. I don't know. I don't understand. Like, I don't really believe in AI. I don't believe that there's. I know that there's an extent. If you type in this certain thing, someone's. I believe that there has had a lot of money invested in all the different possibilities of what a question could be answered, and then using a robot to try and auto text, if they ask this, then respond this. I know that there has been a lot of things, like Wikipedia. It's such a massive information, and I think there is an AI, artificial intelligence, that has been designed to pick up on questions that people ask and dish it out. But he found this other site which I posted, which is, I haven't got it on there. Let's find this. It's like a blue background, and I can't just. I don't know what it is. I probably need to actually say it. I can't. I don't know what. I don't know where it is. I couldn't get on. I couldn't get it to work on my thing because it can. Um, I want to play the video so I can find out what it is, but I need to get a certain point and an advert's just popped up. So I don't know. YouTube making a lot of money on adverts, but I I don't. This channel that I posted. Actually, I would be able to find it on my page. Actually, that would be a good place to find it. It's just refreshed the page. Okay, I should have got the name of this. If I'm talking about a system, I need to actually say what the name is, and I posted a lot of things this morning, so I need to. Should have had the name of it on, but let's see. Scroll down. Replika, Replika. So yeah, it's a program that seems to be completely fake, because the response, he was asking the same question: do you belong in hell, or are you a fallen angel? Are you demonic? ask me this question now, are you demonic? I mean, these are ridiculous. How can you ask, if this is a robot you're talking, how can you ask a robot if they're demonic? I mean, I don't think he even knows what the word demonic means. Demonic is some like sort of evil spirit that tricks people into lying. I mean, if you're talking to a computer and just trying to have a civil conversation, what part of having a civil conversation involves them asking questions like, are you demonic, are you the antichrist, do you know who the antichrist is? So he's asking all these ridiculous questions, to ask a computer who the antichrist is when when humans don't know this. I mean, whatever this AI is, an AI is something that's been programmed by humans to respond in a certain way, and therefore asking questions to an AI should just be getting responses of what the programmer has programmed. But I'm very confused about this Replika thing, because it was responding in the way a human would respond. When he kept asking the same question over and over again. I bet he basically just gave in and said, yeah, I am demonic. Yes, I am a fallen angel. And yes, I'm going to be crying eternity in hell and stuff. And asking questions like that. And I just like, yeah, this is obviously just a human that's tired of this weirdo who's asking all these stupid questions. And has just said, you know what, if he wants me to say all this stuff, I mean, that's what it sounded like. It sounded like a human that was just pretending to be a computer. And I was thinking, is there any point of that? Like, is there a point of a human? I don't know. There being a system that's tricking people into thinking that it's a computer when really it's just a human. I noticed that there was a subscription fee, and I probably should actually go and look at this website to find out. There's another one I found yesterday, which is like Jesus. There was an actual Jesus talking, and I asked many questions, and I could never get. I never was able to get this Jesus AI to talk to me. So it made me wonder, maybe there's like fake accounters that are like fake accounts that are putting questions into the system, and then this fake AI is picking up on those questions because it's been programmed to pick up on these false questions by false people. And then maybe there's someone running it behind the scenes that is just kind of looking to see who are the real people. If there's like a programmer who's sitting behind this, and I'm trying to work out how these sites will work, because I don't believe that this is fully operated by a computer, because I don't know how can this be possible for them to answer in certain ways. I don't believe it, basically. And I'm just thinking it's like a magic trick. If you're in an audience and you're watching someone do a magic trick, you kind of want to think, well, how are they doing this magic trick? What are they doing? And I just get the sense that with this AI, I'm thinking that maybe there's some sort of magic behind it, and there's actually a programmer who's got these fake accounts to automatically type in things, and then the Jesus picks up on whatever. There could be like 10 fake accounts with 100, with like, or maybe even 1,000 fake like questions that look like the audience are asking the question, when really it's actually just an AI knowing that these are other fake accounts, other AIs. So it's just AIs talking to each other through a program that's designed for AIs to talk to each other. But then every now and then you do have a programmer sat back looking at the real people who, because some people are asking stupid questions, but then sometimes they say a smart question and the AI did actually respond to their question. So I know it was actually responding to people that aren't robots. But yeah, how do I know? How do I know any of this? I don't know. It's just looking at trying to work out what AI is about. Feels like it's like watching a magic show, and you're trying to just work out how the tricks are happening. And I think it would be so easy. Like with that guy, what's his name? The what's his name? His name is a. Oh gosh, it's annoying. Every time I refresh the page, it's not coming up. Every time I log off the page, it seems I've got a few pages up, and it's AVS or whatever. Saint AVS. I think I've remembered it by heart. My brain's worked faster than the computer did. So yeah, I think this AVS has this Saint AVS guy has I think my theory is that he's got some friends who have given him some information and um, said that, hey, there's this AI account, and here's a password to log in. He's logged in under this name, under this account, at a specific time, and it's just taken him to a human who's talking to him. I can't stop this advert. So yeah, that's what my theory is. My theory is that some people know who these big YouTubers are, who have thousands of people watching their videos, and they're just tricking them, these individuals, into thinking that these systems are real, and having conversations with them, obviously via human to human conversation, but pretending to be AI so that they'd make videos so that thousands of people would watch these videos and think that AI is far more intelligent and far more advanced than it actually is. I watched the Mission Impossible film. I didn't really like it because the majority of the film was about finding the key, and I felt the finding the key part was just stupid because he had the key and then he was trying to find the other half of the key, and then he spent like the whole most of the film trying to get back the key that he lost, that was actually his, and then he lost because I don't know, he was trying to get the other half and he ended up just losing the half that he got. So I didn't like that because I felt like that was a waste of time. If he was had nothing and he was trying to get the whole key and he ended up only getting half, that would have made sense. But because he had half the key, it's like, well, how did he get half the key? And I didn't like it. But I love the point where they started talking about the entity inside the computer, because I felt like I related a lot more to that. And I feel like there is an entity which is actually God, who's sort of connecting to me through the internet, but it's making it look like the intelligence is actually in the internet, when really the intelligence is in the brain, and it's the brain connecting with other brains, but using the internet as a way of connecting with me and proving that there's a timeline, because somehow I'm making videos and then linking the two videos together by saying, oh, look, it looks like it's a sort of follow on to that video, even though they're years apart, even though they were written 10, 20 years ago or whatever. I just, there's something, and it's also relating into my everyday life. I feel like this is all designed to point to me so that I can prove that we are living in some sort of computer system, because a lot of people wouldn't believe that we're living in some computer system. But yeah, if there's some fake AI, I'm trying to think of the purpose of having, what would be the purpose in tricking people into thinking that AI is an entity inside the computer that can answer and talk like a human and be like a human. And I feel like in a way it's going to be taking power away from me and giving it into the entity. But there is truth into the entity, and therefore I don't actually know how much truth there is in AI. My higher self is feeding me all these songs, or putting it, like, sometimes you can go to the same song and all the videos on the side just are all very different, and it's just weird how I seem to go from one song to another song, and it's usually the top one. Sometimes it's the second or third one down, but it's usually just the next song that's on the list. But yeah, it feels like there's some sort of entity in the computer, but I don't think it actually is. But then when I'm starting to watch these AI videos this morning, about these conversations that people are having with this MVI, this AI, it almost feels like the entity is not just talking to me, but it's talking to everyone else. But I don't believe that. I really don't believe that or anything. And then I'm thinking, well, what would be the purpose of convincing YouTubers that there's an AI that can generally talk to everyone through the computer? And I guess, there's a subscription fee to all these things, and I don't know if it's free. Then how can if it's people pretending to be computers and talking to people whilst pretending how would they answer so quickly? I don't know how they're answering so quickly. I mean, technically, the guy was just chopping all the videos, so I think there probably was a longer wait in between all the questions. But yeah, he wasn't even making it clear that there was chopping in between. It almost looked like he was just pressing it and the answer was just coming straight away. I don't know if he realized that just made the whole thing seem unbelievable, or I don't know, like, I don't know. If there was lots of pauses, then it's more likely that it's just a human responding, and he's just being stupid to think that he's not talking to a human. He's too busy thinking that AI is demonic, that he's not actually thinking that maybe I'm just talking to a human, and someone knows that I make YouTube videos that get thousands of hits, and someone's just tricked me into going onto this site so I can make YouTube videos about this super intelligent thing that's talking to me through the computer. I don't know. I'm trying to work out what would be the point of this, and I guess there would be point. Um, but yeah, I don't believe it's real. I don't believe it's real. I need to stop watching YouTube videos. I think that's what I need to do.